Linux is a cancer. Yeah, remember that. For 20 years, Microsoft wasn't just some company. Oh no, they were the enemy, the evil empire. They came after us in court, in the press, everywhere. They wanted to crush us. And then this, $7.5 billion. That's what they paid to buy the very heart of the rebellion, our home.
So yeah, June 2018, the day the unthinkable happened. Microsoft bought GitHub. I mean, every single one of us had the same cold sweat. We all knew it was coming, right? They were going to kill it, spy on our private repos, turn our home into some corporate bureaucratic nightmare.
And so we ran. Look at this. Thousands of us, practically overnight, started scrambling to move our entire life's work over to GitLab, to Bitbucket, anywhere else. It was a full-blown panic. We were just waiting for the axe to fall.
I mean, we all knew the classic Microsoft playbook, didn't we? Embrace, extend, extinguish. They were going to gut it, monetize the hell out of it, and leave nothing but a hollowed-out shell, right?
Except they didn't. And this is where the whole thing gets really weird. They didn't show up with a sledgehammer. No. They showed up bearing gifts, like the Trojan horse. They did something just terrifyingly smart. First, unlimited private repos, for free. Then they dropped prices on their paid plans. And of course, that seamless, beautiful integration with VS Code. It was the oldest trick in the book, the free puppy strategy. Who says no to a free puppy?
And you know what? We totally fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. We actually thought we'd won. We thought, hey, maybe they've changed. But in our relief, we forgot the absolute first rule of the internet.
And you know what that is. If you're not paying for the product, you're not the customer. You are the product being sold. Always. There are no exceptions to this rule. Ever.
Look, let's be real, that $7.5 billion price tag, that wasn't for our measly $7 a month subscriptions. That's literal pocket change to them. No, they paid for one thing, our data. All of it. You have to stop and think about what GitHub actually is. It's not just a code host. It is the single largest, most perfectly structured database of human logic and problem solving that has ever existed. Every function, every algorithm, every bug fix, every clever little hack, all sitting there, indexed and organized. So what do you call a massive, well-structured database of human logic when you're, say, a multi-trillion-dollar company trying to dominate the world of AI? Well, you call it training data. And not just any training data. You call it the single greatest repository of training data on the planet. Period. And the plan was just brilliant and so patient. Step 1, back in 2018, acquire the data source. Step 2, spend the next 3 years just quietly hoovering up every single line of public code we ever wrote. Step 3, launch the product that they built on our backs. And here it is, the result, GitHub Copilot, an AI that, what does it do? It writes code for you. And how did it learn to do that? By being trained on the countless lines of code that we all wrote, that we all pushed to their platform for free. They literally took our collective intelligence and turned it into a product. See, that's the real checkmate. GitHub itself isn't even the endgame. It's the fuel. It's the fuel that powers their Azure cloud services. It's the fuel for their massive investment in OpenAI. And now, it's the perfect way to lock every single one of us into their ecosystem. It's brilliant. So, no, they didn't buy open source to kill it. That's old school Steve Ballmer thinking. This is so much smarter. They bought open source so they could package up our own work and sell it right back to us, one monthly subscription at a time. It was the ultimate long game. And you know what? It worked perfectly. So yeah, by all means, keep pushing your code to GitHub. We all have to. But for the love of God, watch your cloud bill, because it is all connected now.